Hey, what's up? I'm Gary from Raz Rentals, and today I'm going to do a one-take, one-shot review and comparison of the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade Turtles in Time Wave 2 Shredder and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Toon Line or Cartoon Line or Animated Series, whatever you want to call it, Shredder. Now, in my opinion, when this Shredder came out in 2017, he was the best Shredder that had ever come out at that point in time. You know, maybe we'll get a better Shredder sometime, but for all my money, I put it on this guy as the best. I've seen the Super 7 Shredder. I'm not completely sold on it because he looks like this Playmates Shredder, and I'm not a fan of this Shredder. He, to me, always looked like a scrawny, weak old man dressed up as Shredder. He was too thin. His muscles, even though they're very defined, he just looks very scrawny. He's got like a huge bony back. I hated the way he stands. It was always such a pain to try to get him to balance without falling over. I never liked how he holded his swords with his two fingers. I never liked that one. The best for me in the Playmates series was the Super Shredder, but he was just not the same because he wasn't the regular Shredder. He was a special Shredder. And I had never gotten the original Mirage Shredder because I had missed it. I remember when they announced it, I was all excited, and then they announced that pretty much all NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toys were canceled because Playmates interfered or whatever. And then, years later, this came out at a special Comic-Con set, and I didn't know about it, and now it's expensive, so I can't get it. So this is the closest to the Mirage Shredder that I have. And he's great, but this guy, he still takes the top. I mean, look at him. He looks just like the cartoon. He looks great. Now, the first thing you'll notice when it comes to the difference between these guys is that the color. All right, so he's got this pixelated square shading all over his body. You have the light colors in the front, and then you have the pixels to darken it up. And then on the back of him, you have this nice little extra detail where you have the dark colors, but then you also have the light squares on the back of them to give them little highlights. This Shredder, oh, come on, don't fall over, man. He's colored like they're trying to emulate like cell shading. So he has these little black lines within the sculpt to give him a little extra oomph, You have the flat colors on the front, which are bright, and then you have a very solid line in the middle so that the back of him is darker. Now, this guy doesn't have as much as most of the Toon Turtles. For whatever reason, he doesn't have any shading on the back of his arms. He doesn't have it on the armor, the helmet, the gauntlets, the shoulder pads. But, even on the legs, they're black to begin with, so you can't get much darker than black. I really like their capes. The purple cape on him looks really good. I never would really picture Shredder with a pink cape, but with the rest of the color scheme he's got going on here, it looks fantastic. It's a nice look. The colors are bright and they contrast really well with each other. I really like the tone of this blue. To me, it's like almost a mix of aqua and sky blue. I don't know if you're picking up that as much on the video, but I really like it. If I was a kid and I had both of these guys, I'd be like, this is Shredder when he's normal, and then he takes like some kind of power drink or something like that and becomes this special neat colored, or maybe he has like some kind of extra abilities, like maybe these hands would be like some kind of extra ability he has, so that's why he's that color. So when it comes to the sculpt, they both pretty much have the exact same sculpt, except you'll notice that the armor is different on both of them. The shoulder pads are different. These ones come out, like a circular, and these ones come out more arched down. The gauntlets are different. These gauntlets are a lot longer, and they have wrist straps These gauntlets, you know, they're a little, they don't have any wrist straps, and they're shorter. Also, you'll notice that his hand, this he has like, you know, wrapping around his arm. And this he doesn't. He just has a naked arm underneath those straps. The legs are a lot different. The bottom of this guy has these little, you know, these little pieces of armor over his feet. And these shin pads go up a lot higher than these Toon Shredder shin pads do. Also, the spikes are on one side. I never really noticed that until now. Same on both sides. The spikes are completely different on both of them. This guy's got a lot of little spikes, and this guy's got longer, bigger spikes, but less. Now, both of these shredders also share a lot of parts with this shredder. This shredder has pretty much the exact same body as the Toon Shredder, except, you know, the head is different, and the, you know, the armor's all the same, except the chest piece. That's different. This whole torso here is completely different than this one. And if you look at these, if you look at the foot soldiers from the line too, you'll notice that the thighs, the knees, and this little part right here, the beginning of like his calf, those are on all these shredders. But from here to the foot, well, the foot is the same too. So just this little piece right here, this is different. And the chest piece is like, his torso matches the Mirage Shredder, but, you know, he's different than these guys. I think they have different shoulders, but the biceps are the same exact biceps on all three of these shredders. And then, you know, the foot soldier has different forearms. His forearms are a lot longer, and so that doesn't match, but everything else does. The helmet pieces are different. This guy, it comes down and it just kind of stays narrow and then goes outward, where this guy has more of a bigger like front piece on the front of his helmet. If you look, the spike, his spike goes back a lot further than this shredder's does. Now, I was watching a review from Anthony's Customs. If you've never seen his channel, you should check it out because he does a lot of great reviews. And he mentioned that he thought there was a problem with his shredder. He said that this arcade shredder, when he got him, he had too much forehead, and he thought that was incorrect. But every Wave 2 Turtles in Time shredder I've seen has this kind of forehead, where the helmet's pushed back a little further. On the Toon Shredder, you know, this helmet comes down, looks right above his eyes. If you look at the sculpts on the hands, the armor he has on the hands are the exact same. So they didn't change anything. Every single hand is the same, it's just different colors. So, let's see if they'll stand up now. Now that I have moved them. Nope. Nope. Okay. When it comes to accessories, both of these guys have some really great accessories. And it really makes it worth it to pick up both of them. Because, you know, this shredder, now I have to be honest here, I got the shredder out of the SDCC set, so I don't know if there's anything extra that comes with the actual Target Neca cartoon sets with the shredder. You know, he came with this cool canister for the ooze. And he came with this communicator. And I really love these communicators, because if you look at them, each one of them has the face of a different character on them. He came with this one. I'm not really sure who came with which, but, you know, you have Bebop and Rocksteady on these, and then you have the Shredder on this one. And what I also really like about these is that the pictures on them are not from the cartoon. They're actual pictures of the toys, and I just think that's hilarious. Like nobody has ever really done that before. I think that's such a great, nice little touch. And I really like the arcade shredder because he comes with this cool energy sword. You know, sure it might be a rip off of a lightsaber, but it still looks really cool. It's got a really nice green color to it. Everything about the colors on this guy really pops. It's really satisfactory to your eyes. It's like looking at eye candy, especially the blue. And the great thing that I think the best thing that comes with this guy is these these energy pieces, and the best thing about them too is that they will fit on your regular shredder. So see if I can find that's not the right one. One of these. Well, yep, that was the right one. I was right to begin with. So you pop off the. I have to be mention too. You have to be very careful with these spikes. I accidentally knocked one of the spikes off of this loot crate shredder, and it fell on my floor, and it's gone. It's been gone for weeks. I probably vacuumed it up, and it is completely gone. I'll never have it again. So you can add this ability to the Toon Shredder. Pretend he's like whacking somebody in the head with a fireball. And what's cool too is that the energy hand, isn't really supposed to fit on his hands, but you can get it. I would say to be very careful because if you have it, you kind of put it up here. You just have to be very careful when you're getting it in here so that you don't accidentally knock this off. This gauntlet here is made differently on the other one, so you're not going to have a problem with accidentally knocking it off, but this piece is probably only kept on here with, with glue, and it kind of has a hard time going around his wrists. His wrists are a little, like his forearms are a little fatter because of the wrapping he has on it. What I was doing with the fist hands was I was putting the little cuff here over his hand and putting the other one in the middle of his forearm. And you just got to try to balance them. Like I said, both shredders come with the same hands. They come with fists. They both come with fists. They come with gripping hands. And they come with these cool little 2-finger out hands. Now, like I said, I complained about these kind of hands with this old one, but that was because those are the only hands he had, and you can't really use them. But if you have this guy and he's holding a sword, and then with his other hand he's got his little pose with his fingers stretched out like that, that's cool. I like that. So that's pretty much it with this guy. Would I suggest who's the winner here? I don't think that there is a clear winner. The only thing that could possibly make him the clear winner is that he matches the cartoon, and like I said, he's the best shredder that has ever been out so far. This shredder's great, but if you don't like the pixel shading, then he's going to be a little divisive for you, and you might not like that. So I would say that no matter what, always get him, but the extra little energy bits that you can get with him are really cool. I would even use this sword on him too. I think, that's a cool energy sword, and it's nice and pointy. So that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you prefer. I don't have the original arcade shredder, so unfortunately I can't compare him, but from what I've seen, it looks like his mask, the original arcade Shredder, has the same mask as the Mirage Shredder. So thanks for taking a look. Talk to you later.